outside when the sky fell down. 'Cause I didn't feel the world stand still. Now I'm stepping over stars on the ground, and I don't know where we are, but we're not where we're supposed to be. No, I don't know where to go when we're not where we're supposed to be.
I was physically beat by my biological father. I mean, he did that for 3.5 years. I just couldn't take it anymore, so I left.
Because of my depression and past trauma, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all. It hurt. They take you in and they help you. No matter what your story is, Urban Peak is there for you.
I was in a situation to where basically I was experiencing a lot of toxic codependency with especially my father, relationally living together again, especially after me having left and come back. We were completely incompatible. I had to leave, and so I ended up leaving.
The things that my biological father did to me, he punched me in my chest, choked me till I passed out, and he stun gunned me, like the actual hand stun gun. They definitely did help me out though. When I first got there, I was really just a ball of stress. Really just a terrible ball of stress.
I was struggling with mental illness. That is what triggered my homelessness, is that I was really depressed and I was struggling a lot with anxiety.
I fractured my skull longboarding. I was in a coma for 3 days. It was a huge wake-up call for me in terms of I was living the typical upper middle class suburban lifestyle, and it was killing me inside.
46% of youth struggle with mental illness. 1 in 5 youth struggle with substance abuse. Collaborating with healthcare providers, we provide both medical treatment and counseling on site.
I actually had one of the staff there, and sometimes one of the people that actually stayed there with me would just walk up to me and ask me if I was okay.
I was drawn to Urban Peak because of its mission. The mission of helping kids, I think, is a very important one in our society, and I don't think there's enough organizations out there that are helping kids. In particular, Urban Peak is the only organization in the Pikes Peak region that's helping kids who are out on the street.
They were getting to know me more, to understand my problems. They started to kind of help me nudge myself into the job classes that they had there at Urban Peak.
With the help of my old case worker, her name was Rachel, we applied for the food stamps together, and also we went out to the community to help, to help the funding for my CDL programs. I stayed in a shelter for about 2 months. I've been in my apartment for like almost a year.
Urban Peak is the only organization that's helping youth like Aaron, youth who are out on the street, youth who really want to become successful adults but don't know how to get there.
In 2018, 185 young people stayed in our shelter. 601 were helped through our outreach. 45 were helped through our apartment programs. 42 youth, 18 years or older, were turned away for lack of space.
They may start out, at the shelter, and then coming here, and just that growth and what happened. So one of the youth has been at the shelter since 2017. Her mother had a very difficult time, struggled with alcohol. This young lady found her mother. Her mother had passed away, and she found her. She found her in the car, and I would say she's doing well. She has worked. She has learned how to make burritos, she shops, she gets up in the day and has a purpose.
I was too old to stay in the shelter here at Urban Peak, although I was still eligible for a transitional housing program, which has been super amazing. Honestly, I could not express enough gratitude right now.
Being in a group of people who were similar to my age, who were also going through hard stuff. Like, we all have different stories, but there were a lot of other LGBT people here, and like being able to have the community of my peers really helped me.
Young people make up 9 to 10% of people experiencing homelessness in the Pikes Peak region, and that's why we need your help.
Urban Peak provides an actual shelter, it provides permanent supportive housing, it provides temporary housing. It has all sorts of programs that help these kids get their GED, get the medical attention they need, and just enable them to go from kids who have nothing to kids who have a real shot to be successful adults.
It feels awesome to finally have my own apartment again because I messed up my first one. It feels awesome. I've got all my things that I want, my skateboard, and I need to fix my bike. I got clothing I can wash. It feels great to be inside again.
I want to say thank you, because without the support of Urban Peak, I wouldn't be where I am today. Who knows what would have happened to me, but I certainly wouldn't be like following my dreams and doing all this fun stuff. I'm in love with my life, and it certainly wouldn't be that way if I didn't have the support from Urban Peak when I was a teenager.
Sometimes bad things do happen, and they don't necessarily mean that we're bad. We just need to we need the help to get up on our feet again, and with Urban Peak, it really helped me do that. I just wanted to say thank you.
Urban Peak needs money to help these kids. I mean, none of these things are cheap. You helping these kids to become successful adults by your contribution is one of the best things you can do for Colorado Springs.